How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Wish. I know it's been a while, but hey, we ended up having a green day. I want to make sure I give you guys an update. And yes, to answer all of your questions, I am still holding my position because I'm looking for that gap fill. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. And of course, what are we looking forward to as this week comes closer to the close? Does that even make any sense? Closer to close? Well, tomorrow's Thursday, then it's Friday. But anyways, then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. We want to see our shorts still heavily vested in this play. And we're also going to be taking a look at some recent institutional filings. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. Are institutions loading up on shares of Wish? The reason why this is important, we can look forward to seeing some spikes if that is the case. But also we want to see if there's any institutional interest overall in general and whether there's large trades being involved. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Wish stock. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $6.41, being up 1.26%. On the low, it tested $6.18, and then on the high, testing $6.50. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 30.582 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 29.577 million shares. So we ended up having above average volume on the day, which is really good to see, and is part of the reasons why we saw some strength in Wish today. And now when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is well beaten up, being here at 35.90. So it is in the oversold territory. And when we take a look at the moving averages on our chart, of course, we continue to be below them, which is the 100-day. We also have the 50-day and as well as the 21-day EMA. So we could see here that Wish is just continuing to establish its bottom area. So what I want to see is continuous support and consolidation being built at this level, because then what we can look forward to is seeing a strong move up to where we can come up here to reach the 21-day EMA at $7.22. Of course, this would be an area of resistance. There would be some selling pressure, so that'd be something to also keep an eye on. But due to the fact that I'm in this play because I'm looking forward to that gap fill, and we see that gap fill here, right here around this $9.30 range. That is what we're looking for. So as far as for the upside is concerned, I am still liking it. And if it does decide to pull back even further, you guys already know I'm going to be adding to my position. But be aware, we did test 618 on the day, so we want to see if this level can hold up for tomorrow if we end up retesting it. We want to see a rebound. If it doesn't, then of course that's where I'll be looking to actually add to my position if it goes down to 610 or below. As far as for the high on the day where we ended up reaching 650, this is going to be a psychological area for tomorrow. If we're able to actually pass this 650 level, then of course I'm going to be looking forward to a move going to around just around $6.68 and seeing we can get to the 670 range. So let's see how it performs for tomorrow. So we're going to be taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for Wish. So scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we can see for September the 13th, we have a filing here from Bank of America that went in with a call and as well as a put. So we can see that they're clearly hedging here. And then we can see Newbridge Financial Services on September the 7th. I'm pretty sure we also covered and went over this as well, but that is not a substantial position whatsoever. So now when we take a look at the short interest information, scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 10 million, updated 27 minutes ago, and the short borrow-free rate is at 0.71%. Now when we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see for the close of the 13th, it was at 42.01, and now the close for the 14th being at 36.94, which was yesterday. So we can see the short volume ratio is trending downward. So it'll be very interesting to see what it will be later on in the evening. But one thing we do know for a fact, Wish still continues to have short squeeze potential. Or if you're inside of the this play. Just make sure you have the right strategy that works the best for you. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Wish. So we can see on the inflow it's at 34.99, and then on the outflow it was 34.01. So we ended up having an inflow day. So we could see on the large it was 0.63, on the medium it was 21.14, and then on the small it was 13.22. On the outflow side, on the large, it was 1.89. On the medium, it was 20.30. And then on the small, we had 11.82. So we ended up seeing a surplus on the medium and as well as on the small scale orders. Of course, the small scale orders are more so the retail side. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, we ended up having an outflow being at 1,256. And you can see that from the difference when we were taking a look at the large order breakdown. And if you could see also on the 14th, we had institutions who were loading up, and we ended up having an inflow of 1,305.32. And we also saw inflow from institutions also on September the 9th. So taking this into consideration over a 5-day period, institutions have been loading up on shares of Wish. So this does indicate, hey, they're looking for a return on their investment. Why would you invest or trade so much money into a company if you feel like, you know what, you're not going to be getting a return on your investment whatsoever? It doesn't make a lot of sense. But do keep in mind with institutions, they have a lot of patience. And you know what? I'm going to have a lot of patience because I'm looking forward to seeing Wish make that move. And like I said, I'm down to hold this for at least 6 months to 1 year. But of course, I don't feel it's going to take that long in order for us to look forward to getting that gap fill. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts on Wish, I'm going to continue to hold my position in this play. I was telling you guys I was loading up in the low sixes and taking advantage of those pullbacks. If it does decide to pull back even further, I'm going to load up even more, even if it got down to $5. Of course, this is assuming everything is going well and some news that came out wasn't catastrophic or anything like that. But one thing we have to understand, September is a rough month in the stock market. So taking that into consideration, this is why I'm staying prepared and I'm sticking to my strategy. When we went on Fintel, one thing that we can clearly see, there is short interest in this play, so it does have short squeeze potential. So if we have a lot more volume coming into the stock, we ended up having a good amount of volume today actually, then we can look forward to seeing strong moves to the upside. I still continue to like the technical setup and I want to see us hold up that $6 range. The more we consolidate and build support in that area, then we can look forward to making that move to 7 and gaining momentum from there. But one thing that you want to pay attention to, or you know what, actually be more aware of, is what your strategy is going to be. I know many of you want to hold Wish for the long term, and you know what, that is completely fine. There is some potential there. They have made sure that they brought in some new management that came from Google, so the future does look fairly bright. But also you want to look forward to how's it going to go for their next earnings report. There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on that, and if they can show that, you know what, they are making some improvements, then of course I feel like the stock price will be rewarded. But I do feel that a lot of buying is going to be picking up as we come till the end of this month and going into October and going even further, going into the holidays. I feel there's going to be a good amount of shopping going on. So Wish should be able to actually benefit from this. And it's part of the reasons why I'm willing to hold my position to fill in that gap. So know what your strategy is. Do your homework. Do your due diligence. This is so essential here. I just don't want you guys going out there and blindly buying plays. Because if you don't know anything about the company whatsoever and you see that stock price is pulling back or it's not moving the way you want it to move, then most likely you're going to panic sell, and most times you're going to be doing at a loss, and then you're going to be frustrated, and then you're going to say, well, Dre, man, I went and bought this stock because of... No. You don't buy stocks because of what you see on social media. When it comes to the stock market, you need to do your homework, you need to do your due diligence, and you need to have high conviction in the play that you're in. This is how you are successful. And also, I want to really also emphasize the fact when it comes to the stock market, this is not a get rich quick scheme. I know you see a lot of videos on YouTube, people are saying, this is going to the move, or you know what, this is going to da-da-da-da. Yes. The instant gratification is huge overall in general. But I myself, I try to make sure that I don't get caught up in any of that. And as far as when I do my technical research and stuff like that and seeing the price action, I have realistic goals in regards to when I want to get in and when I want to get out. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and we'll be talking real soon.